Thank you, producer Brandon. This is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm, broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County, about 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of Murfreesboro, in the overcast and drizzling beautiful hills here in southern middle Tennessee. It's that time of month where we have Carol Garrette, the Director of Communications for our Bedford County Public Schools, here to come in. And as we always say, she brings some friends with her. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you and WLIJ for having us here.
Absolutely. We always want to have school system here, and you take as much time as you want today. Talk about what's going on in the school system, but you brought a couple friends with you. You want to introduce them?
Absolutely. So I have with me Kayley Pierce, and she is our career coach at Community High School. And I also have Sam Blevins, and he is our icon coordinator for Bedford County Schools.
Okay. Well, start with Sam then. Okay. Sam, you want to explain what ICON is, icon? You've been here
Great
before
question.
and talked about it, but just kind of remind our listeners what that's all about.
Our ICON program, ICON is an acronym for our Innovative Career Opportunity Network.
Okay.
And that came about a couple of years ago through a grant from the state of Tennessee. And our ICON program is focused on putting students to work. So we're trying to help.
We like that.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. We, my position, where I'm a little more outward facing to the community, looking for opportunities for our students, and then we've got career coaches like Ms. Pierce at each of our high schools, and they're more inward facing to the students. So when we have a business that has a position open, I give that job description to our coaches. They recruit our students, and we try to make that match to get those kids either directly employed on the employer's payroll, maybe an internship, maybe a job shadow, but looking for opportunities to get those kids into our local businesses to get that real-world experience in high school.
Now, is this a state grant?
It was a state grant, yes, sir.
Because I know Governor Lee's been really big on workforce development and stuff, and coming up with programs like CTE and career technical education.
Yes, sir.
And, I won't call it the other thing because I don't want Lori calling me.
That's right. That's right.
Low-tech.
Yep.
Right.
Getting a phone call.
That's right.
But
we'd have to take Lori's call on the air.
That's right. No, we don't want to do that. Anyway, but so it's a program where you place kids into actual businesses.
Yes, sir.
I guess.
Yes, sir.
Some are paid, some are internships.
Yes, sir. Any opportunity for these kids
to get some exposure, too.
Absolutely. And we were talking about, jobs earlier, and sometimes jobs can be a little boring from time to time. And this gives those kids an opportunity to try out what they think they want to do in the future.
All right. And
two things can happen. It's either going to be exactly what they thought it was, and they can cement the idea of I'm pursuing this career path, or maybe it's not exactly what they thought it was going to be, and they need to reevaluate.
But that's good too.
Both of those things are wins in our book, because I would hate a student to chase an idea of what he or she thought the job was going to be, waste time and money in college, get a degree in it,
and then go,
oh no, this is not what I wanted it to be, and they've got to reset 4 or 5 years down the road. If we can deliver that in their senior year of high school, and then they can make really solid decisions about what college, what career path, what apprenticeship program, what TCAT program do I need to pursue to set myself up for that career that I know is right for me.
Scott. Another thing that I think students don't always think about is the value of networking. Yes. And building a network of professionals that you can call on.
That's huge.
When you're ready to go into the workforce and you need a recommendation, even if where you did your work-based learning or where you did your internship isn't where you exactly want to end up, maybe it's not even in that field, but you have professionals that you know now that can vouch for you, and the value of that is something I think students don't always think about, but it's an incredible asset. And we've had 3 students, about to have 4, in communications at Bedford County Schools that have gone through work-based learning. Some of them have been paid, some have not, depending on our grant situations. And one of the students was pursuing public relations and communications, and then the next student is studying neuroscience at Knoxville, but she saw the value of the networking and the experience, and she got her work-based learning credit, and it's a win-win for both of us. So.
I think, and I could and I won't do it here, but I can come up easily with a half dozen examples of people that even in my career where I've hired them because that network or because they did an internship and they added to their resume when they were doing that, or whatever, and it gives them a little leg up on other people that haven't done something.
Absolutely.
And it also they do things like work skills, like get to work on time. They show they can do that and be responsible and hold a job, and I'm sure you're going to talk about that in a minute. But on
so many
coaching,
life skills.
It's not just the actual job they're doing, but
we call them
life skills.
We call them soft skills.
Soft skills,
yes,
okay.
sir.
All right.
And that is hugely important, showing up to work on time, how to communicate properly, how to answer a phone and lift your voice a little bit. Today, we rely so much on our phones to do our communicating for us.
Instead of having your phone, have face buried in the phone doing this.
Yep, doing tap, tap, tap.
Eye contact.
Communicate with people.
Yeah,
Eye contact.
Absolutely. How to speak
Probably
to
have to
people.
be taught that nowadays.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have
In
to
a way.
practice it, and not to be afraid to have a one-on-one conversation or pick up the phone and call someone. And
Oh
don't
my
be
gosh.
afraid of that.
It's all about communication, right, Carol?
It always comes back to it.
And I think, and I don't know what the stats exactly are, but I think the majority of our students who graduate, they don't go to TCAT or they don't go to college. They actually go right into the workforce, right?
About 57% are going directly into work.
Yeah, so if they have this icon experience, they should have a leg up on other students that are doing the same, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I understand you got a few events coming up, Sam, involving careers.
Yes, sir.
What you got coming up?
We're really excited. We've got 2 big programs going this semester. This Thursday, October the 9th, we've got a middle school career fair happening for 7th and 8th graders. Every middle school in Bedford County is going to roll through during that day, so about 1,300 students. It's going to be a blur.
It sounds like a logistics thing, a transportation thing for Kenny Parker.
Yes, sir. We've got,
He's up for it.
We've got the buses ready and ready to roll.
All right.
The second program that we've got is what we're calling the Game of Life. It's a financial simulation.
Well, that's like personal finance.
Yes, sir. Personal
like
finance.
how to have a home budget.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Just because you have checks doesn't mean you have money.
Exactly
That
right.
kind of thing? Okay.
Well,
All right.
we're even gonna,
All right.
might have to learn a little bit what a check is. That's kind of an old school term.
Oh,
Right.
ouch.
Yeah.
I think Sam just slammed me.
Called you out.
I think he did.
Called you
I
out.
think he did.
You got to have your Zelle and your PayPal. Well, PayPal's kind of old, but all your newfangled ways of
I
paying
use
for things.
PayPal too.
I do too.
Yeah, that's on November the 19th.
Okay.
We're really excited about that. That's going to be for all of our juniors in Bedford County.
So how does that work? They do it in the schools?
Well, both events are going to happen at the Ag Center over on Midland Road.
Okay.
So it's a really big building. So we've got lots of space for
That is a great facility for
yes, sir. Our outside vendors to come in, set up
Yeah.
their tables, set up anything that they need to from the career fair standpoint to engage our middle schoolers, and for the Game of Life to kind of spread everybody around so the kids, when they're going from insurance to the real estate to buying their car, they can talk amongst each other and, man, how am I going to pay for this? What does yours cost? And all that kind of good stuff.
I think that's a fantastic program. I remember my daughter got out of high school and she started doing all that. She goes, Dad, this big girl stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it just insurance.
Yes.
Whatever.
And Ms. Pierce has done this in the school at Community High School. With just the community high school students, correct?
Yes.
So now she's taking it bigger and helping organize the Game of Life for all juniors across Bedford County
I think that's
schools.
fantastic because I don't recall having that when I was in high school.
That
any
is
kind of program.
what I wrote down for both these things. Where was this when I was in middle school and high school?
Well, I like the fact that like this career event that's this Thursday, it was starting with middle schoolers.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So they have a
7th
whole
and
other
8th.
4 years before they get out of high school, but they have to be thinking about it.
They do, because here in their 8th grade year, in spring of their 8th grade year, here they visit their high schools that they're about to attend,
Right.
and they're being asked to choose a path.
Yes, we start on their 4-year and beyond planned their 8th
What'd you
grade
call
year.
it?
4-year and beyond, or high school and beyond.
4 year and beyond. Okay.
So
And so how do they know?
That exactly, and that's what we're wanting this middle school career exploration to be, is look at all of your options. And what's fun about this one too is it's Bedford County oriented too. We go a little bit further with this, but just to see all the businesses that are here in Bedford County beyond what their parents do or grandparents do, because that's normally all that they know.
Right.
And that's and I do, like I said, like the fact you're doing that in middle school. I know you guys have been doing this thing for a bunch of years, if I remember right. But
yes, sir, we've done it. We took last year off, but we have done it's mostly been focused at the 8th graders because of that decision about their CTE program of study and high school program of study.
Right.
So we're expanding it to middle school, so we're getting 7th and 8th graders, just with an overall goal of, you mentioned workforce development. It's a goal of our state's workforce development to get that exposure to careers and CTE, even down to the elementary school. So we try that as well. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, Miss Sexton does a program called Future Fridays. So on Fridays, we're talking about in the elementary schools about some different careers and those kind of things, just to get that in the little ones' minds, and then when they get to middle school.
So when they're halfway through their senior year in high school, and you ask them, "What do you want to do?" and they don't go, "I don't know."
That may still happen, but we're trying our best not to.
We're trying to lower the percentage, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
It's still going to happen.
Yep.
I don't know.
But we're going to make sure that they've seen a few things by the time they get there.
And I guess what's important too is if you were talking about local as well. I mean, there's certain skill sets needed for our industries here, or even our government services here, for employees, that are certain skill sets that may be available and are available through the Career Technical Education program, right?
Absolutely.
And through TCAT, and even through college.
Yes.
One way or the other. Folks, we're talking to Carol Garrett and friends, which includes Sam Blevins and Kayley Pierce. We're going to take a 60-second break. We're going to be right back.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com.
Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Bedford County, it's that time of the month. We have Carol Garrett, the Director of Communications for Bedford County Schools, come in with friends. She got with her Sam Blevins, the Icon Coordinator, and Kayley Pierce, a career coach at Community High School. We went to the break. We've been talking about a couple of programs you guys are having, but let's talk a little bit more about this Game of Life program, which I think is fascinating, to teach kids in high school actually how to kind of run a household, so to speak, even if it's only them.
We call it
a little more on that, Kayley?
Yeah, financial literacy, I think, is our term.
That's a great way to put it. Thank you. Sure.
Yes, so it's an idea. I found it on a website. I've called some other schools that have done it prior, and I started it my first year at Community High School, and we started with juniors and seniors there. And me and Miss Lewis, our JAG teacher, we just kind of did it. And little did we know how amazing it would be for our students and our community partners. They loved it, I think, as much as the students did, honestly. Hearing the kids communicate and talk to each other like, man, I only make $30,000 a year, I can't even afford groceries, and hearing their struggles, and it's very similar to what we're struggling with in real life and as adults, and what their parents are probably struggling with. And so just hearing those conversations, and oh man, I got divorced and my wife don't pay child support, or I gotta pay child support, and can I buy 2 minivans and put mattresses in the vans instead of a house? Just hearing how their brains work. And we left them with, well, go home and thank your parents for the bed that you're laying in tonight, because clearly they had to work hard for that. Right. So it left them with a really good visual of what adulthood is. They go around, they buy a car, they buy a house, they have grocery bills, they have electric bills, gas, so insurance. Of course, they don't want to pay for that.
Health insurance,
then
car
we go
insurance,
around,
taxes.
Yes. Taxes, yes. So it's
gotta pay for those
fun.
schools.
Yeah. So super fun. Very, very meaningful for these students. We have feedback forms. They want to make it even better. They ask for real money, so we started incorporating checks. Some of them didn't know what a check was, so that's another thing we get to work on is here's how you write a check. So it's just great. And again, we've had the same community partners that started with us. They're still here, and they have come every
Describe what your community partners are for the listening audience.
So for this event, you have your real estate. The students get to buy a house. So we have Woodruff Realty. They have came every year and helped us. We have had Nissan, the dealership, come, and they're our car salesman with that. We've had State Farm Insurance with Jacob Spence. He's came every year. Shelbyville Power and Electric and Duck River, they all come, and it's their favorite event of the year, I think is easily said.
Are you still looking for partners this year?
Yes.
And who do you need?
Yes.
And how do they contact you?
Yes. So, again, we're going county-wide, so this is new. This is fun. It's new.
It's a lot of kids.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot of kids. I think we said
about 650 juniors are going.
Graders. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we need anything. Honestly, that this ranges from buying cars to buying houses to anything.
Do you need someone
broad.
from grocery stores?
Grocery stores, yes. Insurance, absolutely. And because there's going to be several students at tables at a time, so if we can space that out and make it more fun and personal, grocery stores,
banks,
appliances, banks, yes, the financial institutions. Trying to think what else. There's
if a business would like to participate, how do they contact?
They can contact us. Mr. Blevins' email at Bedford County Schools, my email. You can call Community High School, ask for Kayley Pierce, call Central Annex, ask for Mr. Blevins.
Folks, you can go to the Bedford County Schools website, and you click on the directory for the staff people. And if you go to Sam Blevins or Kayley Pierce, it should have their email address in there, and you can email them.
Yes, sir.
Probably the most efficient way to do it because you guys run a lot. So
yeah, there's a tab on Bedford County Schools website, so www.bedfordk12tn.com.
Right.
And then there's a schools tab across the top. Click on that, and you can find Mr. Blevins at Shelbyville Central High School's website and under the staff directory, and email him directly. And you can find Kayley on Community High School's website, school directory, email her directly. Or you can always call the central office too, and we'll get you to the right place. But also the school phone numbers, the main phone numbers for both those schools are right there on that school's listing as well.
And we will be reaching out, so keep an eye on your email because we'll be sending out flyers.
We'll be contacting you, right?
We will be contacting you.
Well, by spreading it to all the high schools, I'm assuming you're going to need more than one realtor, one banker, one.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Get a bigger portion of the business sector
I think there are so many of our businesses that would like to help and be a part of something like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Our local
and
businesses
mentor
are
they're great about
folks.
giving back.
They really are.
They really are.
And
if we can just get the word to them.
Yes, and specifically with Game of Life, Newell is sponsoring the Game of Life this year.
Nice.
So Newell stepped up.
Newell Brands.
Newell Brands, yes, sir. Gave us some donation.
Good for them.
To help fund all the things that we're going to be doing that day. So can't say enough how thankful we are for that financial donation from them and their willingness to participate in all these events. But like I was saying earlier, our businesses here locally, they answer the phone, they say yes, and they show up for our kids.
You had any students go bankrupt during the game?
Oh, I bet.
They do. Most certainly they do. Yeah. And we have what's called Tennessee
Shouldn't have bought that $60,000 pickup truck.
Exactly, and they do.
I'm sorry, not $60,000, $100,000 pickup truck.
Yes. We send them to the bank. They revisit. They go trade in their car, and they come back. And they have the little $20,000 car, $10,000 car.
Choice.
and then they're coasting. They've got it made. So
Wow.
it's
What a-
interesting. It's really fun.
I'm a huge believer in that program. Appreciate y'all doing that.
Yeah,
And,
that's exciting.
like I said, where was that before?
Right.
When we needed that.
WLIJ needs to be at the event.
Yes, we would love that.
Oh, hear that, producer Brandon?
There it is.
Yeah.
They've committed to the career fair. They're going to be there
They're going to
Thursday.
be okay.
Yep.
Now we need them
Y'all
for
come
Game
on.
of
I'll be
Life.
there Thursday. Brandon, I'll come on the air and.
Well, you could be there interviewing students about this experience and what was most surprising to some of the
Absolutely.
students.
I think that would be great.
That would be great. And
All right,
who
we're
knows?
on it.
They
We're
may
on
want. They may want to get into communications.
That's right.
I think at one point
go
there was.
recruit.
I think it was a year or two ago. There was an icon student that worked out here
Yes, sir.
from community
He did.
high school.
Yes,
as a matter of
sir.
fact, I run into him all the time for some reason.
He's a great kid.
He really
I'm
is.
glad it worked out.
He
That
was
was
on
a
crutches
success
last
story.
time I saw him, but anyway. Whatever. What else you want to talk about on that? Anything?
Just, like we said, we'd love the community to come out and support this. We'd love help, even if you don't fit in exactly in the lines. We've got a table for you. We'll take anybody we can have, anything meaningful for these students. We just want to make it bigger and better than we have made it before.
What I call practical education.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Practical application education.
That's right. And that's the outcome that we're hoping for.
Okay.
Is, especially with a financial situation, game of life, is that understanding of it's tough out there, and you have to be smart with your planning. You have to think ahead. You mentioned that big diesel truck that costs a lot of money. That can't be your first purchase unless you're planning on living in it.
It shouldn't be the priority, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, they get to experience that in a good environment, and with our business partners coming in. Our insurance agents live insurance. Our real estate agents live real estate.
They do, yeah.
And they can talk to these kids about all of the things that go into that. So in 5 or 10 years, when they're doing it for real, they've met somebody
Yes.
with a relationship.
Right.
And then they've also learned a few more details about how this actually works.
Another thing for our folks that are parents, caregivers, and grandparents after this event, if you have a high school junior in your life, please have a conversation with that student about what did you experience, what did you learn, what most surprised you, what didn't surprise you. Have those conversations with our students. Put your phones down and talk about it. We just see more and more value in that, and we're emphasizing that more and more in different ways in each of our schools, in some really creative ways. But that's what our community can do as well. If you're not at the event representing a business, you can have conversations with a high school junior in your life, or another age too. Maybe you got a sophomore or a freshman, and say, "This is this
Or
made me think of this."
Or a middle school.
Or a
and say,
middle
what
school.
did you see at the career fair?
Oh,
What'd you learn?
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking of career fair, Sam, and I know we talked about outcomes on the game of life. What's the outcome on the career fair? What do you want to see happen with these students?
Well, you got your immediate decision that we were talking about a moment ago about choosing programs of study in high school.
Right.
But the other thing is just exposure to a lot of different businesses. A lot of our students.
'Cause you're going to have a lot of different ones out
A lot
there,
of different
right?
ones, yes,
Yep.
sir. We're going to have about 50 community partners.
Say that again.
About 50.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And we're asking them to bring engaging things. And usually with these students, unless your mom, dad, aunt, or uncle have done that job, you don't really know much about it, right? When I was going through high school, I picked my future career just off a list. And I thought I was going to be a stockbroker. And nobody in my family had ever sold a stock. There's probably not many even owned a stock.
Right.
And it took me a little while to figure out that wasn't for me.
Right.
So being able to give some exposure to these kids early on, to ask some questions, maybe to see a diesel truck, or a transfer truck sitting in that ag center, or to see a drone flying around that's going to survey land. They can see it and experience, ask questions, and maybe be exposed to some things that won't normally get.
Okay. What a great thing. We look forward to that Thursday. What a great event you guys are going to be having. Carol, we have about 2 minutes left. Anything else you want to talk about today?
Well, I like to try to talk about our parent universities that we hold every month.
You do, every month. Yep.
And
what do you got coming up?
Also this Thursday, October the 9th, but this is nighttime, 6 to 7 o'clock.
It'll be a long day, Carol.
It'll be a long day, but that's okay. This is a good thing. Our next Parent University, and this one, the topic is sexting and vaping, and it will be led by...
You're trying to tell me that happens in schools?
Unbelievably.
I know it, yeah.
But it's true.
Well, it's a great topic, though, for parents.
It is, and this will be led by Lieutenant Tracy Harvey, and I think she may have some of her
Tracy will do a great job.
She will, and she may have some of her other SROs with her, but they're going to focus on these really important topics for families to be aware of. Some of the insights that I brought with me that she says she's going to cover: legal charges relating to vaping among minors, discuss that, what sexting is and what the legal consequences are from that, some popular apps that kids are using to create and share content that parents and caregivers and grandparents may not be aware of, and how to talk to your child, how to have those conversations again about safety and responsibility, and that social media can be a great thing or it can be a really bad thing, as with many things in our world. Food can be good, food can be bad. So some conversations about healthy online social media use and also other healthy habits related to vaping. I'd just say to parents that knowledge is power, and involvement as a parent or a caregiver cannot be overemphasized. It matters and it's important. And so please come out to this Parent University, support our folks that are working hard to put these sessions on, and take some of this knowledge back to your home and your community.
And those are always held at Harris Middle School?
Yes, Harris Middle School. It is Thursday night, October the 9th from 6 to 7. It'll be in the library, so at the front part of Harris Middle School, so there's parking in the front. There's also parking around to the side if we need that. And it's at Harris because Harris is a central location, but it is for everybody in Bedford County Schools.
The entire school system.
The entire school system,
right.
And it's free. And there are translator services there. We always have some of our family resource liaisons there on hand to translate, and please stop by.
Absolutely. Anything else, Carol, you want to talk about?
I think that's it, unless you got a question for us.
I do not, but you guys covered just about everything. Very thorough, and I appreciate y'all coming today. And I will say on behalf of our community, we appreciate everything that Bedford County Schools in general does to raise our kids and help them become productive citizens here in Bedford County, in particular you three. Carol Garrette, the Director of Communications for Bedford County Schools, Sam Blevins, the Icon Coordinator at Bedford County Schools, and Kayley Pierce coming in from Community High School, way out there in the hinterlands. Career coach out there. Thank you all for coming in today and educating our listening audience on the great programs you guys are doing. Educators are always near and dear to my heart. I got two of them in my family. Well, right. My wife's working at Learning Way right now, as a matter of fact. So thanks for coming in. Folks, we got 10 government-related talk shows here every month. As we like to say here in horse country, hear it straight from the horse's mouth. And the folks are actually doing the work to make our community a better place, not just complaining about it. They come in and actually doing things to make this a better place. So tune in right here to WLIJ 98.7 FM at 0900 for you military types, 9 a.m. For most of the government talk shows. Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Until next time.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company, 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station, 931-684-5662.
Come on now, admit it. We've all got some twang.
You'll never get it out of me.
Oh, yeah?
Just listen to this.
98.7 AM 1580 WLIJ.